Okay, let's get the conversation around. Some of the earnings season is coming through in 2020 for many markets around the world. Nigeria not an exception. On Friday, Honeywell, Flammies in the consumer goods sector reported the Q4 2019 numbers for December 2019. That's the company reporting a revenue up just about 8%. That's about 58.2 billion naira. Profit before tax came in the negative territory of about 808%. Flammies, Honeywell flour reporting 878 million negative PBT and a loss after tax negative 925 million naira against 143 million naira profit made in the same period of 2018. Earnings per share came in worse than 2018. In 2018, the company reported a negative 1.01 kobo earnings per share. For 2019 final quarter, that's 14.05 kobo. Operating profit also slowed from 783 million to 356 million naira. And finance cost, that's where the devil is in the details. Honeywell Flour reporting 1.4 billion naira finance cost for the Q4 2019 against 863 million negative in the same period of 2018. So finance cost is one of the areas where Honeywell Flammies PSC is reporting some of the numbers for last year. Let's get Adedayo Bakari, who is the an investment research analyst, to talk to us in a minute over this. But the big story that everyone is focusing on is the derivatives market. The stock exchange and the SEC are moving forward to deepen this market. But the regulator is the one taking the lead in terms of providing regulation and oversight that will be necessary. Derivatives markets are very delicate, they are very intricate, and you need a lot of knowledge to understand how it works. As we said earlier, it's not plain vanilla. So let's take a quick listen to the acting head of regulation, exchange and markets at the SEC, Timi Agama, what he says last week at the stock exchange around the new derivatives market and the regulations sounding tough, of course, as expected by a regulator. Take a listen.
We test scenarios while creating those rules. And once that is done, and we are satisfied with what we know we have, we share it with the public. We share it with the public to elicit comments from people who are either for us or against us. And once these comments come through, we review them again and ask ourselves, are they justifiable? Are the comments with good intent? Or do they intend to throw us under the bus? So don't be surprised. You may have sent us some comments and we say no. We won't accept it. You will have sent some and we agree, because probably we didn't think through it to that point. And so after doing that, we will now issue the rules. Of course, they will go through the board of the SEC and you have a ministerial confirmation. So I've talked about participants. The participants must be strong. They must know exactly what they intend to do. They must have a vision of how they want to drive the market. There must be people that want to go the long haul, because you have fair weather participants. They've heard that, okay, there is derivatives in Nigerian capital market. Everybody wants to be part of it. They want to be seen as a derivative trader, a clearing member, so that they can add one more accolade to their name, not knowing exactly what they ought to do, and they get their hands burnt. At the end of the day, they become a problem to not only the institution, but even to the system. So all of that has to be taken care of. Who are these kind of persons? Hence, we need to be sure that the participants are people we can vouch for. We can hold out, of course, with regards to the fit and proper persons test at the SEC. So beyond that is the issue of surveillance. Surveillance is very, very crucial and important. in terms of seeing what is it that people are doing. What kind of trade is happening? Is anybody shortcutting anybody? Is there an intention to defraud? Or is there a mistake which is natural? Are there things we need to stop along the way as it is happening? Because you can actually halt a trade when you know that there's going to be trouble for the counterparty. But that cannot be done without a proper surveillance system. That is why the residence of derivative trading is at the exchange. And we expect that an exchange that will trade derivatives will have very strong surveillance system. We are happy to note that the NSE has a strong surveillance system. And we believe they will activate that. Because the NSE operates on the NASDAQ OMX, which I'm aware. I know how strong it is. They will activate those parts that will require the NSE to get hold of anybody who intends to defraud the system. And of course, the SEC will spend nothing, practically nothing, to get that person to jail, not just out of the market. So it's important that we know that as we are moving to this area, this sophisticated area, our activity and our actions regarding enforcement will be stiffer. So if you are not supposed to be part of it, don't just come. Because we expect that you will live above board. We expect that you will do things that ought to be done. We expect that you will not compromise the system. We expect that you will lead the way. We expect that you want to create a market that everybody will be envious of. Indeed, in some climes, for you to trade derivatives, you must have a class. You must have a lecture. Jude was with me to Korea, and we were in, the Korea's SEC, and of course we visited some brokers too, who said, for you to trade derivatives, to be sure you understand what you are trading, they will first take you through a lecture. You will go through the lecture and take an exam to, understand or appreciate your understanding of what you have learned. Then you will click to say, yes, I have understood all that has been said, and I will live by the regulations that are being issued before you are allowed to trade. So at that instance, if you are caught wanting, if you are found wanting in any area, when the hammer falls on you, nobody will come and beg for you, including Dr. Austin Peters. So that is what happens in those areas. One other point is your position limit. It is the responsibility of the exchange to actually watch over the participants in the market and manage the position limit of these participants, knowing that you are trading in risk territory and stopping you right where you need to be stopped. Because sometimes in derivatives trading, people get overexcited. And in the excitement, they do things that they shouldn't do. But one of the responsibilities that the exchange has is to be able to major profile each participant according to what you have, according to your risk capacity, and stop you when they know that you are taking too much risk, which will be inimical to the market itself. So that is part of the rules. Your leverage. What kind of leverage? Do you want to overextend your ability? Do you have the capacity to cover the space? Do you have the financial muscle to take care of any situation that will arise as a result of your overaction? Because like I said, people want to borrow too much because they want to make more money. Whereas you do not have what it takes to cover that position. Neither do you have the collateral to do so. Are you able to call back your margins? What are your disclosures? You must live up to the disclosure regime set out by both the exchange and the SEC. Because if you do not live up to the disclosure requirements, of course we will fine you. Our sanction is huge. In this one, we are not playing. There is no begging. It is 1 million naira first before you start speaking English. Then 225,000 naira every day as we move on. So, tell you something, I want to make more money. If you decide to follow the other line. So if you want to do it right, welcome. But if you want to do it wrong, I'm ready to clean you out with my fines. 1 million naira first, then 25,000 naira every day. So you can imagine what that is. So don't just dare it because it won't be interesting to you. And that is one of the things we have tried to introduce there.
To me, Agama, the acting head of Regulatory Exchange and Market Infrastructure at the Securities and Exchange Commission, sounding very hard warnings to anyone and everyone who wants to participate in the derivatives market.